everything in this
The-
existence and state of affairs.
Parsimony. What are you talking about? That's like this
Uh,
is the contingency is not that type of inferential strategy. You're not contrasting two explanations and seeing which candidate explanations preferred, right? It's a
no,
type of a
what
priori cosmological argument.
you are saying that
Parsimony
PSR might
doesn't.
not apply.
I'm saying
The
that
PSR,
devices like parsimony are types of tools
they
that
do not
are
say that everything
applicable,
needs
and
a reason.
we're not talking about parsimony or Occam's razor. I'm saying that those are kind of obsolete devices in the context of the type of inferential strategy the contingency argument's levying. I'm saying that the contingency argument's a type of cosmological a priori argument, and it's using things like the PSR as well as metaphysical modality, right? Because it wants to say that there must be a necessary being. But it's not talking about logical modality, because trivially, God's not logically necessary. To be logically necessary is to be deducible from axioms or theorems of a formal system, a given logic, right? And no ontological proposition is deducible from axioms or theorems of any logic, right? Proponents of the contingency argument are saying God's metaphysically necessary. And the only way this argument is successful if the proponent has a type of construal of a metaphysical modality. And I'm saying, as far as literature goes, I find that device very peculiar and dubious of the legitimacy of those types of devices that are actually employed in these types of reasonings. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he said he had to leave.
His mom
or he
can.
might have to leave. Yeah, because his mom can.
I mean, I can also make.
Oxy?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's going on?
Chilling. Heard you were having a debate about theism, so I thought it was interesting.
Well, I don't know if I would say it's a debate, but I don't know who this kid really is, but he was
like a
asking me
slaughter,
what's my
right?
issue with the clone.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, maybe as a slaughter. I mean, I'm just trying to explain why I find issue with the contingency argument. I don't know if he could still hear me. I don't know if he said in the side chat that he can't talk or what. I'm not.
No.
She said
Apparently,
she's
his mom, she's screaming at him, so he can't really unmute.
Okay, so was he saying that he could use parsimony to kind of support the cosmological argument?
Yeah, I don't know why he brought up that's just so confusing, because parsimony is in abductive inferences. That's just not what this type of argument's doing. Like ceteris paribus, if two explanations have equal evidence, right? You're going to prefer the one that has the same evidence explanatory power but has less ontological baggage, right? That's going to have explanatory profit, the type of explanatory commodity comparatively, right? So you're best off if you're, by analogy, if you're like at the theoretical store, you want the economical explanation, right? And parsimony means that you're basically getting the same price, or you're getting the same bang for less buck. Like the way Paul Draper puts it. But yeah, this has nothing to do with the contingency argument.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but if this is even relevant, wouldn't he be more concerned with giving some kind of deductive case, right?
Yeah, the contingency argument. Consider it a priori. So it's not a view saying it's the best explanation.
Also, I wanted to ask, I don't think I've heard you talk about it. You probably have before. What are your thoughts on the modal ontological arguments? Do you think they're convincing at all, or are they just garbage?
Like a complete joke. I mean, honestly, it's not like I would think anyone who's familiar with modal logic would ever attempt in legitimacy. I mean, if anyone's aware of what the argument's saying, to say something is possibly necessary is logically equivalent with saying something's necessary. then to say God is possibly necessary is no different than saying he's necessary. I mean, the argument's already bad because they're already, again, the same issues that come into metaphysical modality, whatever the hell that means. But in any case, the people who usually run this argument have no clue what the semantics for possibly necessary means. Like I literally asked like famous people who run this argument. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of Islamic Apex, but I've talked with him, which he's a famous Muslim apologist who runs this argument. And when I asked him what is like the semantics for possible necessity, he actually says this. He says, for something to be possibly necessary means it's possible in all possible, it's possible in all possible worlds. Like, what? Like, these people are just like so confused what the argument's saying.
That's just gibberish.
Or not even the argument, just like the type of axiom is saying. Something's possibly.
Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong. I think he's right.
Wait, so what he's trying to say,
that translates to him saying in at least one possible world, destroying all possible worlds. That's what he thinks it's saying. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. It just kind of seems really confused.
Oh, so you're basically rejecting epistemological p-zombies. All right.
Like, at any rate, I don't think that would even get him anywhere.
It's funny too. I even asked I don't know, maybe you don't know who this is at all, but he's very famous in TikTok spaces. But I actually even asked
TikTok
him.
often.
Okay. I asked him anyway. I think he has YouTube too, but I asked him anyways if he even knows what an accessibility relation is, and he said no. So I don't really understand. Like, these people just like see an argument, and they know like Reddit atheists can't respond, and then they just start like foaming from the mouth, running it as if they're like competent in any needs of philosophy, right? When you like ask them like rudimentary modal logic questions and they have no clue what the hell they're saying. It's really pathetic. I mean, who runs? There's like no literature in philosophy or religion surrounding the modal ontological argument, as far as I'm aware of. It's like genuinely like not one of those arguments you take serious. Same with the ontological argument too. Those are like arguments that are like just ancient because they don't have any force. At least in contemporary philosophy, what has force is like these new age Bayesian arguments, like fine-tuning anthropic arguments or psychophysical harmony. Those are like seen as like the whole grail today. Everything else is like shit fodder. Like, even cosmological arguments are not forceful. But like modal ontological argument, Jesus.
Wait, I was kind of curious about this. Like, I'm sure you're aware of like the psychophysical harmony.
Yeah.
Argument? Like, what are your thoughts on that? No.
I'm not actually read in that, and that argument is very complicated. As far as the type of harmonious connection they want to appeal to. But what I have, I guess, the same objections I would to fine-tuning or any of these Bayesian arguments. These arguments are not type P inductive arguments, they're type C, meaning that they're still susceptible to abductive critiques. Right? Because there's some people who act as if Bayesian arguments they kind of completely it makes abductive criticisms. They're like incorrigible or like they completely do away with like abductive arguments. I don't know if you heard that, but there's many people who kind of go around waving this like get out of jail card to the abductive concerns. But when you're like saying that the probability is greater, that when you're doing an argument like this, you're not just saying that this is some evidence for the hypothesis. You're saying that the evidence better suits this hypothesis as opposed to all the rival hypotheses in which it's straightforwardly going to be regimented into an abductive inference. So of course it's sensitive to adductive objections. So one is obviously the low priors. Honestly, I don't know how any Bayesian argument from an opponent of theism gets anywhere off the ground considering my low priors. I mean, my calculation, I don't actually have a very hefty view on how to properly calculate priors. So the door is kind of open there. But as far as a very weak intuition as to calculate priors, I actually have a paper where I wrote down notes where I calculated the priors, and they're like probably theism, just the prior probability of a God existing is probably the least likely thing I could ever consider, to be honest. Ignoring the fact it's not straightforwardly unintelligible. I mean, theism commits you to an agent that's aspatial, atemporal, but like straightforwardly, my concept of agency is where to be a person is to have a perspective on a world. And what is agency when divorced from an external world? It's just incoherent. And that's just one problem. Like, of course, you want to say God is the explanation for the universe. And I'm a mechanicist about causation. So I'm an anti-realist. Basically, what it means to say X causes Y is there's some physical description of how X produces Y. And that's straightforwardly incompatible with supernatural explanation. I mean, there's just it's just filled to the brim with metaphysical queerness, theism. It's just, I probably will never make, because I'm trying to get a degree in philosophy, but at least my perspective on it now, seeing to I would say next 25 years, if I live that long, I don't see myself in the next 25 years at least making sense of theism whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, low priors objection seems like psychophysical harmony objections. That psychophysical harmony falls afoul of something called the higher order bootstrap problem, or you just say kicking the can down the road, because there's going to be some harmonious connection between God and physical reality, and then it just seems like there's an open question as to what's the explanation for that. So you're not actually dissolving harmony, right? Harmony reappears. The mystery of harmony reappears with theism. Same with fine-tuning. When people say God explains away fine-tuning, but really God's mind is technically fine-tuned, right? He's not an orderly mind. His mind is tuned towards creating life-permitting worlds, right? So it's kind of like the same bootstrapping issue. There's a huge collection, actually, I think I have. A friend of mine actually has a list of them, because he has over 100 issues with them formally written. But yeah, I mean, I could go all day naming issues. I just don't see how the type of evidence offered from psychophysical harmony even overcompensates its low priors. So it just stops completely there, just dead in its tracks.
I've kind of had similar opinions about it. Kind of speaking on that, I feel like it's very, very common with especially Christians. Why do you think they seem to struggle so much with the idea that other competing hypotheses can in fact explain the facts that the quote unquote God hypothesis attempts to? It just seems like something they're not really understood on.
Well, at least if we're generalizing about theists, most theists, I mean, maybe even atheists too, but most theists, I would say 99.7, no, 99.9 easily. It's so fringe, the number of theists, and I'm not saying it's caused from theists, but just this is just true actually in fact with just the global population. It's just most people, well, it's funny, it's even true of the debate space, I would say, that just most people are just not well acquainted with philosophy. They're just not reasoners. So just merely from that alone, it just kind of explains how they don't really understand. Well, there's certain people who genuinely well, they wouldn't say this directly, but they're so confused that you can make them out saying that certain datum entails certain explanations, which is just laughable, right? the possibility space for explanations is not exhausted by any given explanation. There's like an aggregate of competing explanations that all would expect certain facts, right? But there's people who are so like incompetent, they genuinely think like there's like I'm sure there's like people who think like they would literally say like the fact Jesus resurrected just proves God exists, for example, where they just think that that datum like entails some given explanation. It's like it's really sad. But I don't know. It's just like most people are just philosophically illiterate. I mean, I guess it's less of an issue of philosophy because I think most people who are competent reasoners that they're like they have nourished faculties of reasonings, they would have the intuition. Well, yeah, obviously you can explain it another way. So I think I don't really. I'm not going to try and psychologize these people, but it just seems like they're just really bad reasoners.
I mean, yeah, that kind of does always seem to come down to, or at least it does seem to always be what it boils down to. Like, also, like, I'm not even sure if you find meta-ethics even interesting, to be honest. But, like, if you, like, have read, like, or if you're, like, kind of, like, informed about it, would you consider yourself, like, a realist or something else?
No, I'm broadly metaphysically deflationist. Honestly, I think realism is unintelligible. I'm one of the, you can consider me one of the Lance groupies, you know, independent, Lance Bush. Even though I haven't been with him, like I haven't followed him in a while. I'm actually going to ask him to do my new YouTube intro, by the way. But,
wait, Monkeyboy, can I ask you a question, please?
Yeah. Well, let
So,
me
like,
answer his real quick.
I see. My bad.
I'm not a realist. I don't really think realism makes any sense. Any account of realism. I'm a pluralist, but
Wow.
I'm just broadly an anti-realist. So I use moral language in sometimes error theoretic ways. Typically, I use it subjectivist ways. Other times, I use it in like appraiser relativist ways. But I would never use it in a realist way. I think that's nonsense. Go ahead, Shaggy.
What is your like opinion on presuppositionalism?
Oh, well, that's like the bottom of the barrel of apologetics. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's no, well, I actually think some of the scholastic stuff is actually on par with precept, believe it or not. Like first arguments, I'm almost confident those are in the bin with precept, though most people might not agree with that.
Facts. Yeah, bro. I go lie, bro. You spit.
What is that, Black Mao?
Dog, eh?
Did you say a black mamba?
Yo, I'm actually crying, bro.
Wait, Monkeyboy, do you even smoke at all?
You start rolling joints.
Or you're like, nah, I don't want to smoke.
I don't smoke.
Why?
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, some of my friends said I got high before. I don't believe it, but I've hotboxed with friends, but I've never smoked.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So
if I invite you to like a smoke sesh, you wouldn't come at all, right?
I mean, I might come because I still hang out with people who smoke all the time. Like
What?
a few of my friends who hotbox, but I'm probably not going to do that.
Wait, what would you do?
Bro, just hang out and get high secondhand.
No, not you.
Not what I heard, nigga.
He said he was gonna do something.
No, you're.
Wait.
Wait. We were gonna.
What are we talking about? What are y'all here?
Wait. Fucking.
Yeah, just to be clear.
Park the fuck.
No, they they like, ghost gesture. You like said you would come, so like we're like.
Nah, son,
Yo, Lunar is a little autistic, bro.
Just ignore him. It's good.
Wait, what's the name of that one guy? He be interviewing people. I think like Pierce or something, bro.
Yo, Archie, is your
Nardwar?
What did you say?
You said Nardwar?
I'm talking about the Pierce guy. The Pearson.
Pierce Morgan. That's garbage. Imagine watching Pierce Morgan.
You don't like Pierce Morgan?
No, he's awesome.
Yeah, he
I
would
like when
demolish
he
you in a good
instigates
faith
people.
conversation, Monkeyboy. Stop lying, dude.
No, I like when he instigates people.
Oh, I had to chase it. Yo,
Wait, is
Archie.
that lunar,
I've
bro?
seen good clips of him destroying racists. Other than
Just-
that, like, well, I'm not politically inclined, so I stay away from the politics stuff. But
Damn,
his takes
that's
on
actually
religion are
sad.
like so cringe.
No, you're saddening, bro. What the hell?
What do you
Wait,
mean?
Monkeyboy?
I just be on TikTok seeing him. Other than that,
Yeah, you should talk about more politics and just like weird, like abstract, like
well,
fill
I've
for
never
religion.
got into politics. Like, I'm literally politically inept. I would have to like read into it.
Jesus, that's the point. You get
Actually,
you
like, I don't know what democracy. Wait, not I don't know what is it called? Like the elephant and donkey. I don't even know the divide between those.
Democrat. Well,
Yeah, Democrat.
generally it's about
Socialists are
choice.
donkeys, and then communists are elephants.
People who are like in favor of like redistribution of the wealth through either taxation or some other means, as opposed to Republicans being in favor of like tax
Oh my
cuts,
God, Mox.
and or preferring
Okay, I'm done with the app. It's all right.
oh my God,
I'll read
I'm
my own
gonna
thoughts.
make you. I'm gonna get Anne and other people to make you into like
Anne?
a political
Why
whiz.
is your first choice Anne?
I think Anne is great.
What the fuck? Your first choice is Anne?
Is she
Yeah,
bad?
Yeah,
Are
is she
you-
bad?
She's like all right.
Okay, well, who else would it be good? Wait, who else would be good to like?
I don't know, I
Dean?
think she's the
What the
best,
fuck, Dean? Ha! Just do Dean.
Well, I don't got tabs with Dean.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Oh, actually, I
Dean.
don't. Actually,
It
that's
would
not
have
true.
to be Dean.
I think
He directed to
he actually
Hammer.
follows me, or I think he unfollowed me. I'm not sure because he ended up blowing
Damn.
up. But back when he
Well,
used to do atheist debates, I'm pretty sure he followed me. I don't know. If
He said he
said,
called Dean
fuck-
fake. What the fuck?
Yeah, he said, fuck your friends.
Hold
Fuck
on.
your first one.
Let me see if he.
Bro, we've been on this, bro. Like, we've been on this.
There's no way he follows.
Y'all know
me.
Dean like sold his
Wait,
soul to
wait,
the
Monkey Boy.
Illuminati, like fame and riches, bro. Y'all know this.
Monkeyboy, do you think the DCT goes through?
You said what?
Do you think divine command theory
DCD.
goes through?
Oh, I haven't looked into much of that, but
my God.
Danny's told me it's like nonsense. So
Dude,
I don't know if
Danny's
you know
fat.
who Danny is, but Danny Philtop.
Danny, pretty good guy.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah.
You don't want TikTok guy, yeah.
Danny's
Is that
been
the
in
Ghost
here.
Justice? What's up, Ghost?
Yeah, I know who that is,
Oh, wow.
bro.
He
Everybody knows who
debated.
Danny is.
Didn't he like completely like
Embarrassed Jordan.
disarm Rizwan?
Then you're nothing.
Oh.
What do you
Yeah,
say,
Jordan
dude?
too. No, he, like,
Nothing,
debated
bro.
this guy
Nothing,
Rizwan.
man.
Then you're quite nothing, aren't you?
Is that lunar, bro? Where have you been?
Dude, calm down. Calm down.
Just calm
I'm just
down,
waiting
bro.
for this
Calm
Living
down.
in a
Joey
cave.
Badass album to drop, bro. I'm fiending for this album.
You put it up.
Sure, Unc. Sure, Unc. Sure.
You call me an unk?
Bro, you listen to Joey Badass, bro. Like, it follows, bro. Like, it
Nah.
follows.
What are you talking?
The evidence is just very convincing.
He's the best lyricist out of NY right now. The East Coast is crazy.
Totally.
Dude, he just slapped up the West. Now
it's crazy, man. This guy.
you gotta keep it a buck. He like it's like unanimous. He's clapped up Daylight, who's like one of the best professional battle rappers, and then he slapped up this like Ray Vaughn, like K-Dot wannabe.
Yeah, what is this guy talking about, man? But I'll be heading out.
You didn't keep up with the beef? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever this guy's talking about, you know.
Joey
all know
Badass
who
was just in
that
rap beef.
artist.
Yeah, I think
You know who
Val
Daylight
told me
is, though,
about the
right?
beef between who was one of the rappers?
Daylight. Everyone
think.
knows Daylight.
Yeah.
He's like
You
one
said
of the
everyone?
best rap. Well, pretty much anyone. Like he's like one of the faces of a battle rap. Him, Loaded Lux. What's his name? What is his name? The other dude who. Shit. Honestly, I don't follow battle rap though.
Damn.
Wait, just one question. How old are you?
I'm 17. No, I'm trolling.
Stop the line.
You know, it's funny though. Someone on a live like was insulting me, some chick, and she was like, She called me a 30-year-old twink. She didn't believe that I was 19.
What?
She almost had a breakdown. It was so weird. Like, she was so aggressive, and then she like overreacted at the fact that I was like, I'm not a child, so like I'm 19. But she was like, oh my god. It was so weird. She
You're
seemed
a
genuine at least,
baby.
Was
Oh
she
my
a
god.
theist?
but 30 years old is like diabolical. I look nothing 30 years old.
That's dude. I would kill myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Was she a theist?
No, actually, you should have LARPed and said, "Yeah, I'm kind of like,
I don't even remember.
kind of like Danny. You know, we're kind of in the same camp. We look really, really young."
Danny is unironically a 30-year-old twink, no doubt.
That's true. Well, you should wait. You should get him to get you to Pierce
You know who
Morgan.
AG is? Moxie on TikTok.
I think so.
No, she has like 5,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go live with her regularly now. I'm gonna do a little bit of cloud chasing. I'm gonna call it collabing though. So
Let's go.
yeah, but she's cool with it. She said she was a fan of mine. She reached out to me on Discord. Dude, I didn't know. I've seen her on lives and I like swipe past them and I never really watched her. She's actually really good rhetorically and she's very linear, even though she's not very philosophically inclined. But also, I did not know she was huge like that. 50,000 followers. She has more than Danny.
Damn. Yeah. Do you still have your server, or do you not even manage it anymore? Where can I find you? I never get a hold of you ever.
Are you talking about that server I made like 3 years ago? There's no way.
Wait, that was 3 years ago? There's no fucking.
How do you remember that?
I have good memory.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. That's crazy that you even remember that.
Yeah.
Bro, you think I'm active in a server from 3 years ago? Was I ever
Well,
active since?
well, I don't know. I always hear people say there's debates happening. I never see them because I'm usually like asleep or whatever. But it's always just like with a main group of people, you and like Eric and other.
This person named Mustafa added me, and I thought it was Mustafa as in Eric.
No,
Mustafa.
that's fucking Steppy.
I don't know. It's not. It's just like some random Muslim guy.
That tracks.
Because I checked, he's only in 2 like Muslim servers, and I checked one of them, which I don't know I'm in it, but it's all like Arabic.
What's going on, chat?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, bro? You did really good. Really, I really
Why
like
are we
your
lying?
performance there.
I got slammed for
I'm
you.
not lying to you. No, you did really good. You went out there and gave it your all. I just got to give it to you, bro. You're the GOAT.
Y'all
baby.
Y'all peeped the JID album?
BB, if you say something is the case, it's probably not.
Damn, man. You should go, bro.
None of y'all peeped the JID album?
Nah.
Like half of it's good.
Asked. Ooh.
Honestly, who's like a big fan of JID for real?
Let's see my fan.
I'm not a big fan, but I did peep some of that album.
Surround sound, that's like music I can't stand, but he do got like actual good music. But bro, it's just Joey Badass. That's what I care about. I'm fiending for that album.
Bro, why? Oh my.
I had to install Twitter to check for updates, and he got no updates. And I instantly uninstalled it.
You know what? That's fair. I respect that.
He said, "Assalamu alaikum." What should I say back?
I don't speak Arabic, but
I know. Wallahi.
say something like Habibi.
No, just say type shit.
I already said Wallahi.
Wallahi. Wallahi. Wallahi. Wait, Moxie, I heard you got into it with like Clueless.
Oh, this might just be one of the scam ring niggas. They might just like be asking to donate to their Islamic group or something.
Oh, hell no.
Y'all subscribe to my YouTube, right? Everyone got to subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going on like a month of break.
Oh, for eventually you going back to college? Damn.
No, I'm just taking a break. Just to take a break. I don't honestly, I don't have a good explanation why. I might go to Puerto Rico, but that's not even the reason. So.
Oh shit, nice.
But there's no guarantee because my older brother doesn't have a passport, and we're trying to go as a family.
Are you guys doing it for having family over there, or just like vacation? Just like.
Well, just vacation, but we have like so much family at Puerto Rico anyway, so probably always we're gonna visit them, but we're not like going with the intent of like visiting or like for them, just like for vacay.
You should though. You shall go. Oh my god, I forgot. You're Puerto Rican, or you're half Puerto Rican.
Well, honestly, I should stop saying I'm half black because I don't know what portion of black and Hispanic I am. Because really, I don't know like the tree, right? Like the genetic ethnic tree or whatever. I mean, Puerto Rican's already a 3% black because it's Spanish, it's Native American, Taino. It's the type of Native American that was found in the island of Puerto Rico, and then it was just African, not African American, African. They like they enslaved black people and the natives and in Spanish, and they like basically made them mate like cows.
Yeah, I think you should. I don't even know what the how people call themselves usually. I guess maybe people call themselves like mixed.
But there's people. There's a difference racial. I'm like racially ambiguous. There's some people who actually think I'm like Caucasian. Believe it or not,
that's crazy.
I don't even know how that's possible. But then there's people who just see me as like a Spanish person. Like when they come across me, I've actually gotten Dominican before. Believe it or not. But usually people think I'm like either Cuban or Peruvian or Puerto Rican. And then there's people who actually think I'm black. And whenever I tell people who are not black this, they like are so appalled because they're like, really? You're not even melanated. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, that must fucking suck. Oh my god.
You know how retarded it is to think like someone is like qualified black from being melanated? Like my little brother, actually, that's a perfect example. I've told him that there'd be niggas who think I'm black, and I told him, and he like actually thinks I'm like lying or something, or like talks about I'm not melanated.
Damn.
And I've actually tried explaining how phenotypical traits work, and like
Still doesn't get it.
an archetypical person of a given populace, and he like, oh my god, I can't stand that little kid. I don't talk with my little brother. I try and avoid him. Conversation with him results.
Is he mean to you? That's crazy.
No, he's just too. It's like talking with a kid with Down syndrome, bashing their head in the wall. Like, why would you talk with them?
Oh, is
like,
he the little kid that was like rapping as well? Or?
Yeah, that's him. The rapping. Yeah, little brown. He thinks he's like, he doesn't understand this too. He thinks he's more ethnically black than me because he's melanated. He actually thinks that. He doesn't understand.